Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing? This is Dylan from The Human Journey, and on today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about the gear that I've chosen for the 2000 challenge and why I've picked it and how I'm feeling 3 weeks out from the biggest, hardest challenge of my life. So I'll preface this by saying I have created something called the 2000 challenge, as most of you are aware, where I'm going to be walking 78 miles from Dover, New Jersey to Kensington, Philadelphia, and I'm going to attempt to walk that distance, which is 78 miles, in under 2,000 minutes. Why 2,000 minutes? Because recently I celebrated 2,000 days sober. And why Kensington? Because it's the fentanyl epicenter of the world. I want to bring awareness to the fentanyl epidemic. I want to celebrate recovery, and I also want to generate the necessary funds to get someone off the streets and into treatment, and I will link the GoFundMe below in the description of this video. Now back to the gear. We'll start from the ground up to my head. We'll get to my backpack, and I'll talk about why I've chosen the gear that I've picked. So for the shoes, I've decided to go with max cushion shoes. I'm still very new in this world of running, ultra running, marathons, but max cushion seems and feels like the category of shoe that I need because I'm going to be on all pavement for 78 miles. I'm not looking to set a world record. I'm not looking to beat a course record. I'm just trying to get to the finish line, and I've been experiencing a lot of foot pain, and I think that I need something that's going to give me a lot of cushion instead of stability and performance. And the Asics Gel Nimbus 25s that I'm wearing right now are one of the most recommended shoes online. I went on Reddit, everyone said these. There's also the New Balance More. But after trying these on, I think they're the absolute best. And I've decided not to upgrade to the Gel Nimbus 26s because I'm so used to the 25s, and honestly they're $60 cheaper right now. So really happy with these shoes. I'm only going to wear these ones for maybe till the end of today's training, which is 20 miles, and then I'm going to be done with them, and I'm just going to use them again on race day because I want to keep as much bounce and cushion to them and not wear them out too much. I'm just going to be wearing shorts. Obviously it's in the middle of the summer, and plus I need to get these pasty legs some sun. I'm probably going to be wearing a lightweight white t-shirt, which also brings me back to the shoes. One of the reasons why I chose blue and one of the reasons why I'm choosing a white t-shirt is the sun is attracted to light colors the least, or maybe a better way of saying it is the reflective temperature or the amount of heat that a color absorbs increases the darker that the color is. So if I'm wearing a white t-shirt and blue shoes, it's not going to soak up as much heat and sun as darker colors. So another thing that I'm worried about is just being on the pavement all day with the sun reflecting off of me. So I want light colored things on the hot parts of my body. So I'm going with the white t-shirt. I chose a brimmed hat. I'm pale again. I want the sun off of my face, and I don't want to have to be worrying about wearing sunglasses, getting the sun out of my eyes, or having my neck burnt. I want to sort of walk as comfortably as possible. I also went with a lightweight backpack because for every pound that you're wearing on your body, it compounds to 9 pounds of pressure on your feet. And that's also why I've picked Flash Carbon REI trekking poles, because even though you're carrying almost an extra pound of weight, in those later miles when I'm having trouble keeping my body stable, when my knees are hurting, I'll be able to use more of my triceps and shoulders and plant those poles into the ground and relieve up to 14% of pressure off of my feet. I'm not worried about tearing a ligament. I'm not worried about getting hurt. It's just going to be fatigue and muscle cramps and extreme tendon and foot pain. And so anything that I can do to mitigate that pain by taking pressure off of my feet, I'm going to do that. What's the other thing I'm going to get? I'm either going to get a Petzl headlamp or a Phoenix headlamp. They seem to be really good companies, really good brands. I need something that's going to last me 10 hours throughout the night. I do not want to be holding a flashlight or trying to hold a flashlight when both my hands are going to be with the carbon fiber poles. So a headlamp is going to be necessary throughout the night. And for nutrition and refueling, I'm obviously going to have water, a bunch of electrolytes. I'm actually not a big sugar guy. I started the keto diet at the beginning of this year. Now I would say I'm more low carbohydrate, and I've pretty much given up sugar. I do enjoy it once in a while, but I actually don't like how my body feels. And I'm not doing fast-paced running. It's a long, slow walk, so I really don't need that immediate fast energy. I am going to be eating a lot of carbs, potato, beef. My girlfriend's Colombian, so she introduced me to these things called papa rellenas, which is ground beef covered in mashed potato, almost, and then that's deep fried. So I get my carbs, my protein, and my fats, and that's simple and easy to eat. I also have some low-carb protein bars, and for a tiny bit of sugar, I might be doing an 80-20 dark chocolate bar, and that's pretty much going to be my diet. For the next following 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing 20 and 20, 20 on Saturday, 20 on Sunday. And by 20, I mean miles. I was doing a 50K. My next goal was going to be 40 miles to prepare for the 78. But I don't want to have any days off trying to recover from those long distances. So I'm taking the advice of some of my friends, and I'm trying to get more volume in during the week than trying to do these big distances. So I think I'll feel more prepared by cramming in as much miles as I can before the race than trying to beat new personal records, because I'm going to beat my own personal record on race day. So I just thought it would be interesting to tell you guys what gear I have. This has been a fun process. I'm only 5 months into the marathon, ultra marathon world. I'm excited to maybe run a marathon one day in the future. But yeah, as far as my research goes, I think that I did pretty good with the limited knowledge that I have. Shoes are feeling great, backpack feels great, poles are awesome. I couldn't be more prepared. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for helping me in this journey, for all of you that have donated, everyone that is supporting me behind the scenes, the viewers that are watching on YouTube. Stay tuned, because in 3 weeks, we're walking from Dover to Kensington, Philadelphia. We already have $4,000 that we have fundraised, and that's going directly to helping someone off the streets. I don't see a dollar of it. This is a labor of love. This just makes me feel so happy to not only be helping someone, but fighting for my own recovery, fighting together, and just doing something as a community. So I'll stop there. My girlfriend's wrist is about to die behind the camera. So love you guys. Much love. Take care.